start off with a video, and then we will go through the cards, and by then our city manager, Ed Zucker, should be here to join our Vice Mayor Waring and myself. I'm Felda Williams. So thank you for being here, and we'll get started right away. So if we could have the video go.
Welcome to your first look at the City of Phoenix trial budget for 2019-20, proposed by the city manager for public review and comment. The city budget is about people and programs for a stronger Phoenix. Every year, the city prepares a trial budget. This process gives you, our residents, an opportunity to share your priorities and feedback on how tax dollars are spent. 3 important points about this year's budget. It is balanced, which is required by law, and there is a surplus to allocate toward people and programs. Also, for the first time since the recession, ongoing revenues are equal to ongoing costs. We have a nearly $1.4 billion structurally balanced general fund budget thanks to Phoenix's continued strong economy and sound leadership by the mayor and city council. These efforts have led to a projected surplus of $55 million, of which $35 million is in ongoing resources and $20 million is in one-time resources. Over the next several minutes, we'll provide you a high-level view of the recommendations for how that surplus could be spent. Approximately 70% of the surplus is proposed for employee compensation, and the remaining 30% is proposed for services. And $5.5 million to continue investing in the Public Safety Pension Reserve Trust Fund to protect against unexpected downturns in investments. The 2019-20 trial budget continues to provide the core services residents expect. Chief among these is public safety. In addition, many recommendations are focused on improving neighborhoods, parks, libraries, support for outreach and services for people experiencing homelessness, additional street landscape maintenance, and preparations for the 2020 census. The city also continues to invest in maintaining the facilities you depend on and the fleet of vehicles that provide you everything from police response to street cleanups. Besides these proposals, we'll highlight expenditures that help the city address growth in construction and maintain the city's wastewater infrastructure. First, general fund recommendations. The general fund is made up of several different sources of revenue, including sales taxes, state shared revenue, and property taxes. 3/4 of the general fund pays for police, fire, and courts, with a smaller portion, the remaining 25%, going for everything else, like libraries, parks, senior services, arts, and administrative and support functions. The primary focus of the general fund service additions is public safety across a wide array of departments. Here are some of the proposals. 8 new firefighter positions to provide 24-hour operations at Fire Station 55 at I-17 and Jomax Road in North Phoenix. Add funding for 7 sworn fire positions, creating a new ambulance rescue unit at Fire Station 58 to improve emergency response times in Southwest Phoenix. The creation of 1 new fire department crisis intervention unit, and in the police department, de-escalation training and community response services support for officer-involved shootings. These recommendations are based on public feedback from last year's budget process and the city's Traumatic Incident Intervention Resources Ad Hoc Committee. Another key area of public safety funding is focused on improving police support processes, using civilian staff to free up police officers' valuable time for calls and service. First, the addition of 10 civilian positions to support a federally mandated transition to the FBI's Uniform Crime Reporting National Incident-Based Reporting System. And second, the addition of 13 positions to streamline police booking procedures and create 2 new centralized booking centers to get officers back on the street faster. The trial budget also provides funding for increased inspection capacity to ensure buildings are meeting fire safety codes. Other public safety allocations: public defender representation for veterans and individuals with mental illness. In Human Services, add a caseworker and a vehicle to provide mobile victim advocacy. Security guard staffing at every library. Technology funding for cybersecurity to protect the city's infrastructure. In all, the trial budget proposes spending an additional $6.5 million on these and other public safety additions. Now, let's look at where you live, investments in programs to strengthen neighborhoods. First, the budget would allocate approximately $1 million to add staff to work with neighborhood groups, to clean up blight, work with nearby businesses, and improve response times for neighborhood issues. Parks and Recreation would see 8 new park ranger positions to increase patrol coverage at neighborhood and urban parks for a cost of about $1.1 million. Street Transportation and Public Works would support neighborhoods by transitioning staff from a temporary to permanent status to clean up encampments and washes and right-of-way for a cost of $970,000. Historic Preservation would also get $75,000 to support historic property preservation. In all, neighborhood revitalization would see an additional $3.5 million in funding. Next, Community Services additions restore some desired programs to strengthen the community and expand other resident requests, including restoration of Sunday library hours at 4 branches means all libraries will be open to provide greater access to in-demand books, movies, classes, and programs for library patrons of all ages. Expand the Phoenix Teens program for youth at 10 city sites, providing youth programs 6 days per week at a cost of $448,000. Providing case management assistance for homeless seniors and grant funding for arts organizations for youth and underserved communities would also be included. The budget would also add $1.3 million for long-standing street landscape maintenance needs, increasing frequency of maintenance from 3 to 4 times per year. New this year, a proposal to allocate funding to implement participatory budgeting or other projects in City Council districts. Lastly, the city will invest in outreach to encourage residents to take part in the 2020 census. Given the move to digital form submission this census, the additional funds will help to ensure hard-to-count and hard-to-reach populations participate, so that Phoenix gets its fair share of the approximately $866 million in annual revenues allocated through federal programs for public safety, transportation, housing, and human services. Overall, added general fund expenditures outlined in the trial budget total $55.2 million and would add 131 positions to strengthen our people, programs, services, and infrastructure. Moving on to propose non-general fund additions for a variety of services. Strengthening our street transportation department with 11 positions added or converted to full-time for a variety of services to support increasing work in the right-of-way and the recently expanded street maintenance funding in the Capital Improvement Program budget, $768,000. Water Services will see 21 positions and approximately $2.9 million in funding to keep up with demand at the department's 91st Avenue treatment site, the state's largest. The site is currently treating 180 million gallons of water a day for more than 2.5 million residents in 5 cities. Finally, 19 positions for planning and development to address increasing construction demand, including reduction of turnaround times for pre-application submittals and complex commercial architectural plans. Added staff to ensure adherence to fire system requirements and ADA accessibility codes, and to maintain a 24-hour turnaround time for residential inspections. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the 2019-20 trial budget. We hope that you'll review additional details in the budget pamphlet available at one of our 19 community budget hearings and online at phoenix.gov/budget. Please share your feedback in whatever way works best for you, at a public meeting or via email at budget.research@phoenix.gov. You can comment on the city's social media at CityofPhoenixAZ on Facebook or Twitter and use #PhoenixBudget, or call us at 602-262-4800. Thank you for being part of this important process.
All right, thank you. I'm Jim Waring. I'm the Vice Mayor, as Councilwoman said, but I also am the District 2 council person. We thank former Mayor, Councilwoman from District 1, Felda Williams, and Ed Zerker, our City Manager, for being here. I was caught in traffic earlier, lucky you. So the way this works is we ask citizens to come up and comment, and we have your cards here. I will try as best I can to read them. I am in no position to criticize anybody's handwriting, so if I do, I apologize. That would be hypocritical on my part, but if I struggle with your name, I apologize in advance. The first is a familiar face, former Councilman Craig Tripkin. Craig. They've kind of been going on and off. Right. It is? Okay.
There we go. Okay, thank you. Hi, I'm representing Cass, as you all probably know, and I would like to, my ask is right behind me here, and I'd like to go into specifics as to why I think it's a good idea. Number one, Cass this year has done our part. We have increased our private fundraising by almost $500,000, which is more than half of what we get from the City of Phoenix. Importantly, we've increased our revenue from other cities by 53%. And that's, you know, a constant refrain, as you know, from the City of Phoenix is bearing the cost of, the major costs of homelessness in our valley. This year, our accomplishments are pretty simple, and I'll race through these because I don't want to bore you with stuff, but we've gotten a grant for 2 senior navigators. We've acquired a building in Glendale. We have a grant we've received a grant and have hired a West Valley housing navigator. We've expanded case management to evenings and weekends, and our child care program at Vista Clean, our family shelter, has gotten a 5-star rating from the First Things First. We have some increased financial burdens that come from uncontrollable things that we can't control. Number one is United Way is cutting everybody by about 1/3, and we're seeing a $236,000 reduction there. Number two, general salaries and benefits. Health insurance and minimum wage, $110,000. And lastly, the Human Services Campus is looking at charging us a higher cost for operating expenses on the campus, and we estimate that to be about $200,000. Increasing program effectiveness for next year. What we're going to do next year, we're going to open the Ramsey Norton Success Center, which is the Glendale building. We're going to have up to 10 beds for providing medical care for seniors and people with chronic medical problems, and that has to be set aside. That is going to require some special accessibility things and other things. So we're going to set aside those beds. That'll include hospital drop-offs. We're hoping to help address that problem in partnership with the hospitals. We're co-locating behavioral health services inside the shelter. We're looking for resources, as are a lot of people, to build a West Valley senior shelter. And I'll stop with that. I'll leave this with you, but you can know what we've got. What we're asking the city for is pretty simple. We're asking for half of the deficit of our uncontrollable costs. That's $258,000. Number two, we will privately raise the balance, and we're confident we can. We've done that this year. We're on a trajectory to do that in the future and increasingly do it. Number three, we need some partial relief from what I call a narrowly specific cost reimbursement contract with the city. Essentially, this contract was set up 5 years ago using 5-year-old concepts about how to address homelessness. If we keep doing what we did, we're going to get what we got. And this contract sets up a structure where we have a caseworker do work and we get reimbursed for that. It won't pay for things like bathrooms for the senior medical center, medical area. It won't pay for partial walls between them. It won't pay for, I can go on about the many things that the contract doesn't allow us to pay, but it's too narrowly specific for us, and we need to open that up and take a look at what we can do to improve our situation. If we're going to be nimble and agile and really look for new ways of addressing this increasing problem in our community, I think that funding, that kind of funding, is necessary in addition to the increase of funding. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Another familiar name, Joseph Benesh, followed by Connie Wood.
Thank you. Joseph Benesh, member of the Office of Arts and Culture Commission and director at Phoenix Center for the Arts and the Thunderbird Arts Center. Thank you, Vice Mayor and Councilwoman and City Manager, for having this meeting. And thank you for the jobs that you do. I know how hard, I don't know, I understand a bit of how hard your job is to please everybody. I've heard that's not an easy job. So thank you. I'm here to talk about support for the arts. Thank you for the bump in arts funding in this budget. I'm obviously biased because I work in the arts, but there's a lot of really good data about how much the arts do with money that we get. If you know any arts organizations, especially nonprofit arts organizations, you know how frugal we are. You know, we get audited basically every time we ask for a grant or any kind of funding, and with our donors. So you probably won't find more tightly run ships than in the arts and culture sector and or other nonprofits. Some of the arts and culture organizations up in 1 and 2 are the Thunderbird Arts Center, best arts center in the universe, next to Phoenix Center for the Arts. The Deer Valley Petroglyph Preservation Museum, I wrote that one down. Pioneer Living Museum, Spotlight Youth Theater, Phoenix Youth Ballet Theater, Musical Instrument Museum, North Valley Symphony, Arizona Consortium for the Arts, Phoenix Opera, and the Phoenix Conservatory of Music. And that's just in these 2 districts here. So why fund the arts? What do we do with that money? First, fund the arts for the money. We offer really great return on investments. The data is really clear that for every dollar invested in the arts, you get $8 to $12 back, because people, when they participate in the arts, they get dressed up, they go out to dinner, they use parking, they put gas in their vehicle, they might buy a new tie for the show. So a lot of revenue is generated for other businesses when people are going out to participate in the arts. And then also, I sit on the Phoenix Chamber of Commerce board, and we know that when CEOs are looking to move their companies, they're always looking for cities with a strong arts and culture presence in their city. So we bring jobs aside from the jobs that we create. Next is just having a beautiful city. A city full of public art and murals is, I think, a great thing. Something that's not talked about a lot is the public safety aspect that the arts contribute to. You heard a lot of youth organizations there, and even organizations that don't serve the youth. Specifically in our names, we have a lot of youth programs. We're really, really good at keeping kids busy, especially in those after-school hours and those weekend hours. And so I know that kids being kept busy with arts and culture projects are going to be a little bit more productive than kids kind of running around on the streets like I did when I was a kid. We have a lot of senior programming. There's a lot of creative aging initiatives going across the whole state, and many of the organizations that I work with. At the Phoenix Center for the Arts, we offer a program called With Art in Mind. We're serving people with dementia and Alzheimer's. So that's where the money goes to the arts, and thank you for the bump. Could you add a 0 to that? Thank you.
Thank you. My apologies to Connie Wood. She had checked the box not wishing to speak. That's what I get for trying to do this without my glasses. She did write every library every day. Carol Kropp was next. She also checked the box, not wishing to speak. She gets a special shout out though for bringing her own address label.
Yes.
That's, I mean, much appreciated by all three of us. Try to read this here. Yeah, well, thank you for improving library hours, funds for Sunday hours. Now can you provide for hours every day of the week? Every day of the week. So thank you for that comment. We appreciate it. Gloria Gonzalez did wish to speak. She's here. I thought I saw her. Yep.
My name is Gloria Gonzalez, and I'm here to represent the Garfield organization, a neighborhood alliance of our neighborhoods next to downtown Phoenix. Okay. In 2008, the City of Phoenix commissioned a preliminary roadway and drainage analysis of 13th Street from Moreland to Van Buren Streets to develop alternatives for the installation of curbs, gutters, and asphalt to improve drainage conditions. 11 years later, there is still no curb, gutter, and every time it rains, water pools. During monsoon, residents frequently deal with flooding that water covers sidewalks and enters their yards and their homes. When it is dry and residents seek to park alongside of the road, there are often clouds of dust. This leads to residents who are parking next to their own homes to be ticketed by police for having non-dust-proof surfaces. This is a catch-22. Situation is patently unfair and would not be tolerated in most communities. And I'm sure you agree with that. 13th Street also serves as our Garfield Elementary School, which means kids are walking through waters of clouds, mold, and dust on a regular basis. Garfield has been a neighborhood initiative area since 1990s. We have been requesting help for decades and nothing has happened. We kindly request that funds be allocated so that the city not only pave 13th Street, but actually add curbs and gutters so our neighbors can stop having flooding, dusting, and mold. And also, I will speak for all the children that live in our neighborhood that go to Garfield School. You know, I'm just concerned for their health, and then for the families that do get their homes flooded. It just does not seem right. And I think we've been more than patient, and we ask you to please, please remember us. And for me, because I'm a senior, when I do take my walks, and I do with other seniors, they have to walk through this, and our health isn't as good as the younger person, but I know that that does affect our breathing. And thank you for listening to me, and I hope we can get this problem resolved. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. We have our final card is Aaron Hulverson. It says, do not wish to speak. And there's no note. That's all the cards we have, unless somebody else has turned one in. Okay, well, thank you very much for coming. We really appreciate it very much. Thank you.